Hey guys, welcome back finally to a Coffee with Karan review. Today we are talking about the episode with Neetu Kapoor and Zeenat Aman. Guys, introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Zuhair.
I'm Sarah.
And
What
Aisha,
did you
you
think
were
of
right.
the?
No. Before we even think about what you were thinking, we should put like the clip somewhere here where you said that you thought that Ziyad would be the
A
last episode.
guest. Yeah, I think Karan never hypes anybody up without reason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. There's a method to everything. But
Yeah.
yeah, सब मेरी बस जया बच्चन और राधिका फैंटेसी कंप्लीट नहीं हुई लेकिन
हो
Radhika
जाएगी.
nahi, but Jaya Bachchan and who else did we say? Jaya Bachchan and Rekha.
overall thoughts, guys. How did Sarah? What did you think?
Never meet your heroes, guys.
अच्छा,
Eh?
I've always loved Zeenat Aman so much. Before the episode, I was constantly पन्ना की तमन्ना है कि हीरा मुझे मिल जाए. And after that was just like
Why though?
I
I thought,
I loved
I
the
thought
episode, so I was
yeah,
completely
I
there.
loved the episode, but
yeah.
I was so underwhelmed by Zeenat Aman.
Did you watch
What were
Zinat
you?
Aman on season one?
No.
Okay.
And what were you thinking? Like she would be like what?
I thought she would speak less in Instagram and more like as a person. But everything she
Less.
said was an Instagram
Yeah,
caption.
yeah. Which is why I asked because you have to remember with Zinat Aman. And sorry, it wasn't season. I think it was season two that she was on with him or maybe season one. But Usme also that was the first time I heard her, and I was like, oh, okay, she's very eloquent. She's very well spoken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To the point that it feels fake. But
Yeah.
the fact is that she was a Miss India, and these Miss Indias are all trained to be like that. Sushmita sounds the exact same way. Dia
Yeah.
Mirza sounds the exact same way. They're all taught to project themselves in a certain way, and that's why it feels slightly inauthentic. The same way with Sushmita Sen or Priyanka Chopra, it
Hmm.
feels slightly inauthentic.
I feel like Sushmita and Dia still have like a human element to them. They're very endearing when they talk. And you want to
Mm.
keep listening with her. I'm just like, please let Neetu Kapoor speak.
Really, I thought that I enjoyed when she was talking as well. Of course, like, she's very formal when she says, sorry to interject you. And I was like, Karan ko to kabhi bhi kisi ne sorry nahi bola hoga for speaking over each other.
Yeah,
But she's very polite and very, very pageantry way of like
yeah,
talking,
yeah. वही मैं कह
obviously.
रहा हूँ ना, वो it's her
Um,
background.
but I thought what she was saying was also interesting. I would have liked her to be a bit more open. Or,
Hmm.
obviously it was also a lot of reverence because Karan was sitting there and he was like, two of his idols sitting in front of him, and he did
Yeah.
like go do that. Here, this is my Google Pro 8 shit, and like, you're sitting on my fabricate couch.
He did
Like,
do
he just
fabricate couch.
like,
He did
yeah,
fabricate couch.
he,
He did.
he did. No, he said now that we're on this couch, but he didn't say fabricate. It just came up on screen. He
Yeah.
did mention the
Okay,
word fabricate.
yeah.
So he,
But he
he
had to.
wasn't pulling off, all those stunts. Now let's do a selfie and like, let's do those faces with them.
Oh yeah, he did take
Um,
a selfie.
he didn't do any of that. Just really asking a lot of like respectful questions. He tried a little bit, which was the fun part, where he was talking about Shashi Kapoor, for example, or that gift that Zeenat Aman received at one point.
Which was
I
also
think
Who
Shashi
more,
was?
Kapoor.
which was Shashi Kapoor.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it was those things that would have been more interesting to speak about, to hear about from both of them. But I think there was too much respect there for him to be able to do that. Similarly, how it was with Charmila Tagore, you know.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
And
But I also
I
want
like the new phase. This bringing in the golden era of Alia actresses, having Shrimati go in the
yeah.
last episode, having these people now. I'm here for it. I'm kind of sick of looking at the same faces on Coffee with Karan,
Yeah.
having Karan's band and yes men around him. This is nice.
Though, like, Shuru mein especially, I thought the episode didn't have so much flow. He had like,
Hmm.
Karan के साथ
It
कभी
was
ऐसे नहीं
choppy.
होता कि
Yeah,
लगता है
yeah,
कि questions लिखे हुए हैं. So he would ask one person one question and then the other question would be completely unrelated.
yeah. Completely
Like he
unrelated
hadn't
and on a
really,
completely different mood almost, right? Like I
Yeah.
think they
yeah,
were talking about Rishi Kapoor and then straight away, oh, to Zinat Aman हो आपकी बड़ी stories लिखी हुई जाती थी आपके बारे में.
हाँ,
Like,
and
it
even
was
like
very
Rishi Kapoor wala was very like abrupt. Like there
abrupt.
was no
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like
But that is something that we
build
have
up to it.
that is something that we have said about Coffee in this season is the editor sucks. The editing
Yeah.
of this season is really bad, and I put up on my Instagram. I put up yesterday. I put up the this picture of Zinat Aman and Hema Malini when I was watching the
हाँ.
Rana episode. Usme I had people respond back, and I some of my friends who have who are from either Pakistani film industry or have some knowledge of Pakistani. All of them said we're not watching this season. Sorry, not all of them. The ones who responded said we're not interested in this season because the editing is terrible and
अच्छा.
he's being too safe. And if we want to watch this,
He's
we might
just
Yeah.
as
being
well
too
watch
safe.
Film Companion. And I kind of agree.
Yeah. What did you guys think about Neetu Kapoor answering most questions, whether they were for her or not?
Buzzer round था
नहीं,
पूरा
बस राम में नहीं,
episode.
वैसे भी she was reminding me a bit of Alia, where like she was saying कि आप कितनी shifts करते थे? मैं तो 3 करती थी. Okay, ठीक है. उसके बाद कि
But
आपके बच्चे
on that note, the fact that Karan had Alia's mother-in-law on the show, there was no mention of her. He mentions her in every episode, regardless.
Yeah,
from
I
this
think they
side,
spoke. They
no,
spent a good
only
15 minutes talking about Raha, so I think they
I
But
were.
it
thought
was
not
Raha
enough.
and it was so
I
much
thought,
Ranbir. But there was
yeah,
no
and you know what?
Alia.
The when he said, "How does it feel to be the mother of a superstar?" I thought Neetu Kapoor would say, "Well, I have Ranbir as my son and Alia, the biggest female superstar, as my bahu, and da da da, all of that." She was just like, "हाँ, मेरा बेटा है, superstar है, बस film set पे होता है." And when she said film set, it meant कि या तो अपनी बीवी के साथ होता है या film set पे होता है, मुझे time नहीं देता.
Mothers everywhere, man.
Yeah, I should say puppu wali
Um,
बातें करते हैं, honestly. It's
No,
so
but
funny.
honestly, it's because it. No, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because जो videos मैं कह रही थी तुम लोगों को, मैं अभी लगाती भी हूँ वो videos
हाँ
which I
हाँ
wanted
हाँ.
to show you guys. Because last week, I think, no, this week there was that success party for Animal,
Yeah.
where Ranbir is there and Neetu Kapoor is like like this with the with Ranbir, ठीक है, और उनको 2 steps आगे चलना है, and she doesn't let go, so they have to walk like this, and then they have to walk more like this. Because she just wouldn't let go of the arm, and at one point I think Ranbir like notices that and says to Alia कि भाई तुम भी दूसरा वाला पकड़ लो, क्योंकि like for बहुत ही ज़्यादा, because like literally it was Neetu ji holding Ranbir's arm, and then Alia's with her hands folded like standing like that, and her dad like on the side. It was just like so I ये हुआ, और उसके बाद जब Animal की screening थी originally, तो उसमें भी, if you guys remember, Alia and Shaheen were walking in front. They were not holding hands, obviously. And then Ranbir and Neetu ji was walking at the back, and then at one point Alia turns back slightly, ऐसे करके पीछे देखती है, and she's like firmly holding onto his arm, and you see something change in her face, and she holds Shaheen's hand. So I think ये चीज
अच्छा,
है,
interesting.
इन
Yeah, मुझे
लोगों का
मुझे
थोड़ा
लगा था
dynamic है.
कि this whole के राह पहले पापा बोलेगी या मामा बोलेगी, तो उसमें मुझे थोड़ा spice लगा when she was imitating Alia Bhatt, now when she was like she said yeah, exactly,
Mama.
oh, she said mama. Yo,
But
by
that
the
was
way, she said mama.
completely like Alia. Like that was like she actually mimicked her very well.
Dude,
Okay, by the way, she
Neetu Singh's
said,
impressions were all very good. I don't know how I felt about her
yeah.
Zinat Aman impression, but her Hema Malini impression genuinely made
Hey,
me
Mama,
laugh.
that was so
Like from
funny.
this
I was
stomach,
like,
I laugh. You
yeah.
know,
What are your kids doing?
what do they want to be? What do they want to be?
What do you want to be? Yeah, that is so
Ah.
Hema
Oh
Malini.
God. I don't know how
That
Zinat
was-
Aman also felt about her impersonation of Zinat Aman. She
But
did not look amused.
Zinat Aman is the one who was saying कि karo karo karo, and then when she didn't,
Yeah.
she had no, she didn't even laugh. Which I
Oh, but
thought was-
also Neetu ji also said to Zeenat at one point when they were talking about Chintu and Zeenat or something, she said एक screen age भी होती है.
हाँ,
And
she said that.
she was there earlier, which was basically saying she was too old to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also had to kind of think about that. I was like, wait, weren't they from the same era? But I think her point was, okay, Zinat Aman had done so many films with uh,
Shashi.
Shashi.
Yeah.
Exactly. कि अब nephew के साथ करना वो सब लोग. So I think that's what she meant with
हाँ.
screen age. But also, yeah, it was salty for her to say. Um, Literally within the first few minutes, Karan Johar said, "Oh, you guys have done 4 films together, but you guys were never friends, right?" And they were like,
Yeah.
"No, yeah, but we were very different as people. I was a घरेलू बहू, she was a modern थी ये बहुत, तो इसलिए हमने
हाँ.
um,
I
we
like the
were different."
honesty though. नहीं है हम दोस्त.
Nay, I don't think it was honest because I genuinely felt like they today they're still competing for the same roles.
Now
What?
they are.
Yeah, if they weren't then, today they are. So like,
एक
what?
screen age
Let's
Yeah.
भी
say
तो
they
होती
weren't.
है ना Zuhair.
Boy, boy.
हाँ.
Okay, and it was again. So this was Neetu Singh's second time on Coffee, right? The first time she was on with the Kapoor boys. She was on with Rishi, uh, what's his name, Ranbir Kapoor and Rajiv Kapoor.
Yeah.
Okay, and Rima was also on that show.
हाँ. That
But
was a
then
good
Basically,
episode.
four
Neetu
people who looked exactly the same
exactly the
and
same.
Neetu Kapoor.
Yeah. So
If you
I
take
hadn't
his
again. I
faces
think I was
off.
too young to actually want to watch that episode, so I rewatched it. And
Oh.
usme, I thought Rima was very funny. I thought she had verbal
Yeah.
diarrhea. And she was evidently very nervous, and so she was just talking. But in
Yeah.
that, it showed me that Rishi, that was before Savaria was released. So in there also, Neetu Singh was like, "Oh yeah, Ranbir is doing his debut. I've seen a few things, but like already you could see that she was very close to her son.
Yeah.
Their relationship within the family, to me, is quite clear. It's a very typical Pakistani Punjabi house. In the fact that
So Indian
she
Punjabi is
says,
similar, by the way.
I don't know enough,
हाँ.
but
Indian Punjabi is
but I
similar.
would, if I was to relate to it, I'd be like, yeah, it's a bit like how my dada's relationship with with his kids must
Hmm.
have been. Okay, very strict father, didn't really
कह
speak a
दिया ना,
lot.
बस
Keh diya na,
कह
bas keh
दिया.
diya vibes.
हाँ.
She said, "Oh, my husband really wanted me close to me all the time, blah blah. He didn't want me to work." So it seemed like Rishi Kapoor was very patriarchal. Um,
But also there was a lot of abuse
And
in that marriage.
yeah, like so much trauma, bichari. She
there was
was
a lot of
You
what
don't
in the
probably
know?
marriage?
nice about it.
Abuse.
I don't know.
You don't know. There was
Mm,
apparently one incident, again, like this is from like magazines where a time ka incident,
mm.
where apparently like 3 a.m. Neetu called the police on Rishi. No, I think not even Neetu. Ranbir called the police on Rishi because he was drunk and he was hitting Neetu.
Yeah,
And
I mean, I've
apparently it
heard
wasn't an
alcoholism is a
uncommon
huge
thing.
problem
Yeah,
in the family.
it wasn't an uncommon thing, and that is why apparently for a long time Ranbir was very close to the mother. That's why the joke
Hmm.
that all those daddy issues that he plays on screen are actually all real.
Exactly.
You know, with the father being
Yeah.
distant and mostly at work and all of that. So I did, and I felt nice for her when she was saying in New York was the worst of times, but also in a way the best of times
With their
because
family, they finally
with
opened
the
up and stuff.
family,
Which
ha,
yeah, which also you as a grandson, I've seen that with my nana, for example, right? Who's been
hmm,
very stern throughout, and then close to the end of their years and stuff, when they're ill, um, you begin to see more of a vulnerable side. And I think that's what happens with age
hmm,
for a lot of that generation's South Asian men.
ha, ha,
Um, but she was being very nice about it. Ki, oh, my husband was very strict and not loving
Yeah,
towards
she was
me
being
or
very nice about it.
everyone.
And Shito, even in season two, it was interesting when she was standing next to she was with Rishi Kapoor, but she was saying, "Oh, Rajiv is my best friend, and Rima is my best friend, and he's my bigger brother. Ke, what's his name? Dabu,
Randhir, ha,
Ranveer,
Dabu.
huh? Ke, he's my bigger
We
brother,
are
and
so on
he's
nickname basis with them now.
Chintu
I
Dabu
love
and
it.
Chintu Dabu and
Someone.
Rajiv का क्या है?
Ha.
था
Um,
Oh, dark.
Chintu Dabu.
Nicknames तो अमर रहते हैं आयशा.
Into Dabu or maybe you guys carry on
Chintu,
talking. I will
Dabu,
find it, otherwise it
Singh.
will irritate me.
No, we're waiting for you to
Okay.
find out. We're equally invested in this.
I think it was Dabbu was Karina's dad.
Yeah.
Chintu is Rishi,
Rish-
and ऐसा ही कोई नाम था. Like it could be like a
Chimpu.
Chintu Cantu. Chimpu. Yeah. Yeah. But I think उनका family dynamic उनका भी strange ही था वैसे Kapoor's का, but that's for another episode altogether.
Hair.
Now that
नहीं, अब तो
generation is
most of
not
them
really
are
there
they're
anymore.
all passed away now. But I think Rima is the only one still alive, right?
Rima
Yeah.
and Karina's dad,
Acha, he's still alive.
dude.
I only recently.
You say it with such sadness. You're just like, nah, he's still alive.
No, because he's the eldest. I thought he would have passed
Yeah.
away already.
Yeah.
But I thought
Zuhair,
it
can
was,
I just tell you one thing?
yeah.
That this woman right here
Yeah.
can make the entire Kapoor family tree without internet.
Yeah, so can I.
And she has done it in the past. You guys can.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah.
अब तो
I
अरमान
can
अब तो अरमान भी
now
मैंने
I add
समझ लिया
now
कि
I
अरमान
add
क्या
like
डाल-
वो
the gens. Yeah, and I can also connect with the Kapoor Khandan with the Bachchan Khandan because of Shweta and then create that. वो
my obsession was like even like कि Nanda's क्या करते हैं, what the Nanda scandal was. Nanda is like Shweta's
yeah
in-laws.
Nanda's, yeah.
उनका क्या business था, what did they start off as, अरमान के पापा क्या करते हैं. It's a dark
अच्छा
hole.
मेरा
You don't
बहुत
want to go
interest- अच्छा क्या करते हैं अरमान के पापा क्या करते हैं
इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट है दिल्ली में.
अच्छा सब
शादियां दोनों
शादियों की
हाँ
इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट के साथ हुई हैं
हाँ इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट ही
और
है.
उनका ब्रेकअप हो गया ना तारा सुतारिया और उसका.
And he's now with Tara Sutaria's best friend. Apparently, the third wheel in their relationship is now the person he's with,
Wow.
Alvina.
But also apparently Shweta and her husband are together.
They aren't really. Just the kids show up for like the Christmas and stuff, and they show up. But even if you saw Archie's pay, the problem I think is that the Bachchans cannot like obviously the Bachchan household is very suffocating. Apparently, from what I've like heard and read. And not first person obviously that they
Aishwarya तो उसको WhatsApp करती रहती है
From one
that they
ass
don't
to the
really
other ass.
that they I don't call me that but they don't allow the divorce basically and they don't want that.
Oh,
So she's been living in
yeah but वो तो ये तो Meghan Markle है हमारी ऐश्वर्या
from one royal family to another.
yeah that's very
हाँ.
funny.
What did you
oh
guys
wait,
think
sorry,
of the
are we
game?
talking about Shah Rukh Khan? Because that's the only royalty I'm aware of.
But there's also going to be a line with the Kapoor family with Shah Rukh Khan's family, right? Because Agastya and Sohana are together. Sohana even went on holiday with Agastya and Papa.
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah, they're together.
Vedang and Khushi.
Oh, not yet. In another episode, we'll talk about the rest.
Control.
I have a lot.
Control.
I have a lot to say about.
What did you guys think of the game?
It was nice. I liked the throwbacks. It was fun. I was testing myself, and this is probably the first game that I couldn't answer myself.
Okay. I think Sarah could get 10 on 10. Yeah, exactly.
No. I didn't know half the film. Vakil Babu types like.
Yeah.
Sorry, बहुत खामोशी हो गई इस बात पे.
That just reminded me of that thing when Hema Malini said ke they work together as well. You know, you worked with her also on a famous film, and she's like, which one?
You're right back.
And then she's like, Sholay.
Carry on.
And then she's like, I
It's like, what do I have in common? What do I have in common?
ओए मैं अपना earphone उतार रही हूँ
वो
एक
तो
second.
ऊपर
I
like
can't hear you.
वो पकड़ के खड़ी हुई थी क्या कहते हैं उसको लैंटर्न. वो कहती है ना कि हाँ हमारे सीन्स नहीं थे जया के साथ. हाँ we were in the same film but हमारे सीन्स नहीं थे क्योंकि वो तो ऊपर. I want Hema Malini to be on the show again.
Maybe we can have Hema and Jaya.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. That would actually be nice. That'd be interesting.
Who and who?
Me and dono, Hema Malini and Jaya Bachchan.
I think tonight I'm
water
gonna rewatch Hema Malini's Koffee.
Yeah.
For entertainment quotient. And what what did you guys think of the rapid fire?
I I
Oh.
felt bad that Zeenat Aman get didn't win because I thought Neetu Kapoor winning both was not. So I just
Huh.
thought for a little bit of inclusivity would have been nice to have her win.
It would have been.
But
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
go on. You were
But I
saying
think but I think Neetu Singh's objectively Neetu Singh's questions were better.
questions were better as well. I think, and also her answers were. She was a bit livelier when answering questions as well.
I think
Sarah, we can't
also
see your
like,
video. We can't see your
oh
video,
no.
Sarah.
There you
Yeah,
go.
now we can. Huh. Okay.
Okay, I think
Huh.
like Neetu Kapoor was a lot more in touch with current Bollywood as well. So even in the quiz, she got Rocky or Rani, and she was making references to current movies.
Yeah, but again, that's because Zeenat Aman's sons are not part of the industry. No? Like,
Huh.
there's an unfair advantage
Yes.
here that Neetu Singh is
That.
still more relevant.
What
Zeenat
did
Aman
you
has
guys
only just
think?
become relevant.
Huh.
Zeenat Aman is currently having her Nina Gupta era where, like, Instagram has,
What did what did you guys think of Neetu Kapoor's answer about kids these days wanting space?
yeah, I thought it was very tone deaf.
Whew. It was also coming from a space of personal bitterness, I felt.
Do you think like it was a little bit of that, her
Deep,
daughter's already
the
in Delhi
daughter.
and she would have liked to live at least with Ranbir
Okay,
and Alia in
fine.
the same house, and she feels
No,
I
like,
think,
I think it was
I
balanced
mean,
out because then Neetu Singh later on said, ke, well, they were like, oh, what should they learn from your relationship? And she said, nothing, it's
and
very
she said
different now.
nothing. Hmm.
huh, which is fair as well.
Which is fair
Generational
as well,
trauma,
ke, they
like,
should just do their own thing. I just think
yeah,
that's how it should be in today's relationship. So, I don't know. There's definitely some sort of, oh, mera beta, which
hmm,
is evident in
Understandably, because I
everything.
think he's been her anchor throughout her horrible relationship with Rishi Kapoor, and she's
yeah,
had to let go for another equally powerful, strong woman.
I think
yeah,
I've said this in some other episode where I've said, or maybe I haven't said it and I shouldn't say it. But I think when a woman has a bad marriage or is a single mother or having to raise her child herself, she
Hmm.
becomes overly attached to her son
yeah,
Yeah.
because she then raises the ideal man, and all of a sudden now the ideal man is going to another woman who you've spent all your effort
yeah,
trying to create. You know what I mean? So I think
yeah.
I think it's
And
natural.
he's treating that other person not like you were treated.
You were treated exactly,
Hmm.
exactly,
Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly.
So there's almost like, I think that, and that is how like, yeah, I think ये बहुत होता है, like especially in our culture, like the generational trauma is just passed on, because वही होता
Exactly.
है ना कि I spent my entire effort, like I bore the brunt of everything bad that happened to me
Yeah.
to raise you up in a certain way, and now you're behaving
Hmm.
like that with your significant other. Like, where is my upside in all of this?
Hmm.
Yeah, exactly. And I think sorry to answer your question, Aisha, that you said, I think her answer of लोगों को आजकल space चाहिए होती है, we should all live in one happy family is because her relationship was bad.
Hmm.
She had a traumatic marriage, and therefore her having Chimpu and Dabbu and having Rima and all these people around would be more helpful.
Yeah.
So, what is with all of these women who've had like bad relationships with their husbands? They've lucked out with their mothers-in-law. Like you saw with Arjun's mother, she had an amazing mother-in-law. Where what's her name?
Okay.
Dadi Kapoor kicked Boni Kapoor
Yeah.
out of the house to keep Mona auntie.
Shama?
Mona auntie.
Something.
Shashma,
अरे
Mona
तो मोना
auntie.
आंटी की तो मम्मी नहीं पहुंची अभी तक अभी
Mummy,
तक
exactly.
Abhi nahi.
I was gonna say, why auntie? You should be calling her mummy.
I mean,
नहीं नहीं
in
नहीं
time.
आजकल
Yeah.
she's off Arjun these days, so
Yeah. Till he shaves.
And yeah, and even like with Krishna Raj, because the thing is, Krishna Raj herself was in that kind of a marriage, right?
So
mm,
then
So
why,
there was trauma bonding there.
but then why aren't they raising their sons well?
that's why I was just
Oh,
saying
because
that
they had.
generational trauma. It's a cycle.
But then the sons have also seen their fathers as role models now, in a way.
वो पापा मेरी जान.
हाँ,
No, you can't say it, Zuhair.
पापा
You have to
मेरी
sing it.
जान.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So weird.
Overall, I think I enjoyed watching these two on screen. I would love to see them in more roles.
Yeah.
I think they still are amazing on screen. So and
I
proper
don't
roles as well.
know.
Like
To be very honest, I don't know if Zeenat Zaman could do it in today's
Yeah, there's not a lot of
like not even
stuff going
not
on here.
even oh, and not
Not because of
even
the bottle incident. She was not
yeah
emoting
yeah yeah true.
crap about there was no rivalry between me and Parveen Babi. बोतल पड़ी यार उनको
बट परवीन
rivalry
भाभी
के
की तरफ से
चक्कर.
थोड़ी पड़ी थी.
I know, but कुछ तो था.
नहीं तुम्हें पता है ना वो स्टोरी. You guys don't know why Zeenat Aman's eye got
I
injured, like
know
to the extent
why.
No,
where why one of her
No,
eyes is
why it
like
happened, but I've
is
forgotten
damaged.
now.
no. Tell me
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
She
yeah.
was she was she was in a relationship with Sanjay Khan, who's Suzanne Khan's father,
Who she was married
and
to for some
at
reason.
secretly married to.
Yeah.
And at one party or something, Sanjay's wife went up to her and I think smashed a wine glass on her head or on her
Oh,
eye,
it wasn't
which
Parveen
is
Babi related.
not at all, not at all.
Oh, all
She
my
was
life
very
I've thought
she was
it
very
was.
honest when she said, and then basically like she lost that eye. It was badly damaged and stuff.
Oh no.
And then I think then she got married to the guy who then she had the two sons with, who
He was
was and but
also
that
he was
was a
also
but that was a bad
seducer, I
marriage as
think.
well. Like he was just like fleecing her of
Yeah.
money or something like that. So like she's not really had much luck in love
Love.
in life for somebody so stunning. Like वही होता है ना कि it's just yeah ये आजकल होना शुरू हुआ है that all the main actresses have settled shadis like Deepika, Anushka, Kareena. Pehle, like mostly it was very unfortunate,
Touch
but
wood. Touch wood.
actresses in a way never really had those settled marriages.
I think because they didn't, like Karan said, and like they were saying, they were not considered to be like superstars, right? They were just in the movie, so they didn't have that thing that backed them up. कि तुम star तो मैं भी star. So I
Huh,
think now that the stars shadiyan, they're both entering the shadi on an equal footing.
huh. Like
Yeah,
the
to
men
a
was
large
the
extent.
men were much more abusive emotionally and physically and all of that back in the
And the
day.
women took it. Yeah.
And
And
the
the women took
women,
it. Yeah.
yeah, now they may be emotionally
I
like
wish that
yeah, now
happened now also, no?
the cheating still goes on.
Sorry.
Uh,
Can we just
what
go
Sarah?
back to what Sarah just said? Sarah said, "I wish that
Sarah what?
happened now also."
Sarah's
I think
joking.
this is not
Sarah just wants
today's.
TRP. Sarah just wants TRP.
No,
That's
Sarah just
it.
wants the clickbait. That's all she wants.
Sarah, that's it.
She
That's
just
it.
no,
wants
but
the
We know
like
clickbait.
you.
a man and a woman having their own place in a marriage, a man breadwinner, woman bread maker. I mean,
This is the whole what's it called? Soft girl on TikTok. There's this
Soft
whole
girl era?
soft girl era. Yeah. Where it's
Yeah.
like, oh, let the man do everything. You just look pretty and
Any last thoughts from you guys before we wrap this episode up,
Deepika,
guys?
I want to talk about Neetu Singh and Zeenat Aman mentioning Deepika. So Zeenat Aman spoke about Priyanka Chopra in last season as well when the same question was asked when Zeenat Aman was on last, okay, who should play you in your biography. Then she said Priyanka Chopra, which I understand then because okay, that was 2005 or 2004. Priyanka Chopra was the glamorous modern. अब क्या करेगी प्रियंका चोपड़ा? Zeenat Aman?
I think she relates. She sees a little bit of herself in Priyanka at some level. And
Why?
as we said, before that, अगर Priyanka
गौरी
Bollywood में
खान ने
रह
तो नहीं
जाती,
ग्लास मारा प्रियंका
नहीं कि जैसे कि अगर प्रियंका रह जाती बॉलीवुड में तो she would have been bitter. She would have like it wouldn't have been good for her. So
yeah
let's just say that Priyanka moving to Hollywood was the best for her.
thing for her yeah and then
and multi.
Deepika I thought was interesting with Neetu Singh saying oh Deepika should be my stylist if I had to pick
And
someone
not Alia.
not
She didn't mention
Alia
Alia for any of the answers.
anything she
Nobody
didn't mention
mentioned
Alia
Alia. That's what I'm saying. अच्छा, हाँ,
Yeah,
है.
she didn't.
But yeah, Deepika.
yeah I thought that was interesting and then also what did Zeenat Aman say Deepika for
Shubham Shubham Sumaram, that movie,
To
because she could like do that movie.
she
Can
could
you
play.
not say Satyam Shivam Sundaram?
Because
Satyam
I'm
Shivam
Ah,
Sumaram.
Satyam Shivam Sundaram.
Yeah,
but
I
no. But after the episode, I watched the song that Neetu Singh and Zeenat were both in. Where they were singing with Dharmendra, Abram
Yeah.
Bachai or something like that. That was very cute for me to see. Like,
yeah.
no, it was not. It was with Dharmveer का कोई गाना था.
Huh.
That I
I
thought
thought
it
that
was
was
cute.
very
Clearly, we
funny as
didn't
well when
watch.
Zenat once said that the most audacious thing that anybody has done is like Dharam Paji signing on a whole English movie, English
Yeah. Doing
That
Shalimar.
was
I
really
thought
Yeah.
that
funny.
That's really
was
That
funny.
was
that was
really
funny.
funny.
Yeah. And she actually spoke about Shalimar before as well, where she's like, we would both like staying up till me and Dharmji were staying up, really having really late nights during those uh during shooting Shalimar, and Karan's like, oh, why? And she's like, oh, because I would be studying my Hindi and he would be studying his English with his English tutor.
Very
Like,
sweet.
funny.
Very
He
sweet.
is cute
Sarah, any
though.
closing thoughts from you?
No, but do we have a favorite out of the two oldies? Oh, sorry, golden era girls.
I thought I've heard from Neetu Singh before. I've not heard from Zia Swan, so I like Zia
I
Okay.
didn't I thought it was okay. Like I didn't really like leave the episode thinking, oh wow, ये कौन है? मैंने इनको ज़्यादा क्यों नहीं, like why do I not know more about them?
I did,
But
but
अच्छा,
that's because I don't know.
okay. मैं तो obviously like
You तो obviously
given that
have all these
I
stories.
already
मुझे नहीं
knew.
पता. Yeah. You were on Bollywood Reddit before there was a
I
Bollywood Reddit.
before there was a Reddit. Well, on that note, guys, let's sign off. It's already quite a long episode.
Okay,
But good to do this again, and thank you
nice
for
to see you
your
guys again.
It's been a
yeah, like
while.
like, share, and subscribe to Orange World TV, and we will see you next time.